there are many individual projects which instead of me going through one by one, then will get further delayed. There are many states which are still there where I have to go. I'll request the general managers to, general manager and DRM sahab, to give individual project details to all the media friends, and also take the feedback from the media friends about the progress of the projects. I'll now come to Andhra budget. In the state of Andhra Pradesh, this year, the allocation for railways is 9,151 crore. 9,151 crore. This is 10 times the budget which used to be there in the UPA period for the total AP plus Telangana railway development. Andhra Pradesh state is also, the entire railway network is now 100% electrified. There are projects worth 73,743 crore. 73,743 crore worth projects are ongoing in the state of Andhra Pradesh. 73,743. Then 73 stations are being developed as Amrit stations. There's something in the state which is related. 7473. 73 stations will be developed as Amrit stations. Will give the list to you. And since 2014, a record number of flyovers and underpasses have also been constructed in Andhra, which is 743 flyovers and stations have been constructed and underpasses have been constructed. Many projects are there. So many projects are there. I'll stop here and take the questions.
Sir, what about Visakhapatnam zone, sir?
The South Coast Railway Zone, which is a very important matter, the land which was earlier offered had a major issue because it had backwater coming from a neighboring water body, and within the land records that was recorded as a water body land. So that's why we had all continuously requested the then state government to allocate a new land. And recently my cabinet colleague Shri Naidu, he has Rammohan Naidu ji, he has gone and visited DRM office and he has had the discussion about the suitability of the land. I have also discussed with him here in Delhi, and then we have requested the Honorable Chief Minister to quickly identify a new piece of land where the construction work can start. So we are continuously engaged with the state government, and hopefully the next steps will come very soon.
So what about this Amaravati line, sir?
Very important point. The Amaravati line is a very important project which will connect the new capital with the entire railway network, and this is a आज के क्वेश्चंस वाला जो फोल्डर है ना बोला उसके अंदर एक मैप है. This will basically give a very good connectivity to Amaravati. It's a 2047 crore project, 56 kilometers. There is one major bridge also, River Krishna. Railway bridge. Crore rupees. It's a big project. Yeah, because of a major bridge on a river. That's why the cost is of this magnitude. This has recently been, the DPR has recently been approved by the Niti Aayog, and now it will go for next steps of approval. It will take some time, but the project is progressing very well.
As part of the Reorganization Act, what are the promises are you going to fulfill?
Already that has been shared with you. I would like to limit it to the railway part because this is the map.
Sir, will take 56 kilometers from where to where, sir?
This is from Vijayawada. This is Vijayawada Junction.
Yeah.
Slightly above Vijayawada Junction, we have a place called Erupalam. 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 From Erupalam there is a takeoff. From there it comes without going into the reserve forest. There is a reserve forest called Kondapalli. Kondapalli Reserve Forest. So it bypasses the reserve forest. Then Krishna River is there. Crosses the Krishna River and comes to the Amaravati station. Then goes down to Nambur station.
So what is the actual position now, sir?
I told you the DPR has been prepared, and now the Niti, after Railway Board has approved it, Niti Aayog has approved it. Now it will go to the next steps of approvals. It takes some time because it's a very large project, 2,000 plus crore.
So when it is likely to be started?
Let me not do any premature. I don't want to give speculative dates, but we are fully focused on making sure that it progresses.
What is about Vijayawada railway station? Today you told.
Vijayawada railway station is a very important junction, very complex junction, because huge traffic is there through Vijayawada. So that's why the master plan has been done in a very careful way, looking at 30-40 years ahead. So the station is progressing well, and I'll request the GM Saab to make sure that some of the media friends can go and visit it. Please go and visit the stations. A lot of progress is there. Many stations the work has come up to third level, fourth floor, fifth floor. Very good progresses.
Sir, Hyderabad Chellapalli railway station terminal
completed. That is completed now. We have to do the inauguration now.
Sir, you are
metro lines in Andhra.
Metro comes under Housing and Urban Development Department.
But your part.
No, we don't have that. No. We have just one metro. So HUD department will be able to give it.
In Andhra, people are demanding that regarding the Vande Bharat Express trains also, sir. From Vijayawada to Bombay and
Vijayawada to Bombay is very long distance. It is not viable
Vijayawada to
because Vande Bharat is basically up to maximum 600 kilometers. It should not go beyond that because then people, it's a chair car, right? It's a sitting configuration. So normally it is up to 600, 700 kilometer maximum.
But Vijayawada to Bangalore, very demand is there, sir.
Vijayawada to Bangalore will study it.
Sir, Secunderabad, Nagpur, construction over.
Secunderabad, Nagpur.
It is very, sir. It is 6 hours or 8 hours.
Vande Bharat ka proposal bhi.
I haven't seen that proposal.
Sir, this allocation is for what, sir? Because you were saying
All the development works,
the 73,000 crores of work.
that is the total number of
Sir,
projects which are
how many
going on.
projects is this?
Normally a project has many years of work because land acquisition, clearances, forest clearances, DPR preparation, all those things are
Sir,
there.
how
Are
many
there
projects
any new
now
projects
going?
in this current year?
There are many new projects which are at various stages of approval. We'll share with you in the coming. What I'll do is I'll have a very special session with all of you. We can organize it. I'll request PIB to and railways to organize it.
This 9,000 crores for railway lines, and
New railway lines, doubling, all the projects which are already ongoing.
Can you have that details, sir?
We will share with you. We'll share.
For railway safety, special measures.
So we are allocating 1,09,000 crore rupees for railway safety related activities in this year, and this is a very large sum. Last year our actual expenditure on railway safety related matters was about 98,000 crore rupees across the country, and multiple things are done. As you know, railway tracks get worn out every time a train passes over it. So from time to time the tracks have to be repaired, replaced. Then many more signaling systems have to be installed, electronic interlocking has to be done, and many of the efforts that we have done, it's a very matter with great sensitivity we have to deal with it. The number of accidents have come down 60% compared to the UPA period. Still we have to make every effort to make sure that every life is saved, every life is precious. So we have to make sure that each and every effort that we can do, whether it is technological, whether it is operational, whether it is training related, whether it is implementation of new projects related, everything, every stage we have to make sure that the focus remains on safety.
Sir, recently that our Telangana Minister Kishan Reddy has announced ring road rail around in and around
Just like
Hyderabad.
ring road,
Is there any idea on that?
We are working on a concept, and very soon we will share it with you.
so that goods trains can be
Correct,
bypassed.
correct. That's a concept where we are working on it. It requires a lot of thinking, but I think this is a very good concept.
Is there any expansion plans MMTS Hyderabad?
Already it is progressing very well, the existing lines. There was some issue about sharing of cost between the state and center. In the past, almost every state, the cost has been shared 50-50. So those things are still under discussion.
With new government also.
In terms of safety, are we going to studying any foreign model?
Our own Kavach system has been frozen to a version 4.0. See, basically Kavach is part of the automatic train protection technology, ATP technology. All over the world, ATP technology was installed way back in 1980s and 1990s. Unfortunately, the governments of many years, they did not focus on getting the new technology. Some experiments were done. For example, in a very small section near Tughlakabad and all, some experiments were done, but the focused approach which is required was not there. Fortunately, in 2016, immediately after Modi ji took over the responsibility of the country, he started big focus on developing ATP technology, and the first approval of Kavach was done in 2016. 2019, the certification happened, and all of you come from very technologically savvy states, so you know that safety certification is of 1, 2, 3, 4 levels. So this is a level 4, highest level, SIL 4. It is called SIL 4, Safety Integrity Level 4. So that certificate itself takes about 3 to 4 years normally, but it was very meticulously pursued, and 2019 the certificate was available. Then COVID was there, but still work was going on, and in 22 the first large scale installation of Kavach started, and in parallel the development was also going on, because our country is a very diverse country. The conditions in desert areas will be different from the conditions in coastal area. The conditions in hilly will be different from conditions in plain areas. So the version 1, version 2, 3, 3.2 and now the 4. 3.2 had practically 80% of the things are there. Kavach 4, version 4, which was approved last week by RDSO, that version has practically entire country's requirement. All the conditions are covered in the version 4.0, and version 4.0 has been now approved. So now we can do a large scale installation of Kavach. In parallel, the manufacturers and designers, that ecosystem is also developed. So now we have 3 approved manufacturers, 2 more are in advanced stage of approval. So today we have created a proper complete ecosystem where we can now go full speed ahead. Very soon we'll be sharing the rollout plan where it can be now taken up at a very large scale.
Private players, sir?
Manufacturers are all the 3 manufacturers are private players. Yeah.
So what is the status of Kazipet railway wagon factory?
The work has, I think, started. Inauguration, foundation was done last year, so work is already started.
What about extending dedicated freight corridor to south areas?
So now what the approach which has been taken is that identify all the locations from where goods originate. For example, in Andhra and Telangana, there are many cement factories. There is a big cluster. So that is a major origin. This cement is now going to some of the major destinations, the larger cities and some distribution centers. So we took all the origins and all the destinations in the country, put it on the PM Gati Shakti portal, and looked at where the requirement of capacity is. The requirement can be in the form of new line, It can be in the form of doubling. It can be form of third and fourth line. It can be in the form of a flyover required. It can be in multiple forms, right? So over a period of 2 years, we identified each and every capacity constraint which is there. And now we are continuously sanctioning those projects and taking those projects to construction level. So that is a much more efficient approach, and that really helps the country to transport easier.
My question is not related to Telugu state, but when can we expect a direct train to Srinagar?
In the Jammu and Kashmir meeting, I was telling that it's a dream project, and that project is like there is a bridge, there is a tunnel, there is a bridge, then there is a tunnel. It's a continuation of bridges and tunnels, and it's very, very complex. Himalayas are young mountains, so constructing tunnel in a young mountain is a very complex work. I was sharing with the teams that we have developed a Himalayan tunneling method, and progress is very good. Chenab bridge is complete. It has got the safety certificate, and the tunnel 1 between Katra and Riyasi work is going on at very rapid pace. Otherwise, all the way to Srinagar, the railway line is complete, except for the 17 kilometers. This also is progressing very well, and very soon we should see that.
So recently, Prime Minister has announced high-speed rail corridors for 4 regions.
Yes, we first one is going on between in the western part of India. We have in our manifesto, BJP's manifesto, we had announced 3 more corridors: one in north, one in east, one in south. So we will soon, as and when it progresses, I'll share.
So this Amaravati railway line project, it is only proposal stage or otherwise you have
DPR stage. DPR.
Sir, one more question from the north. Sir, in New Delhi railway station, what is the progress of
Why talk about this? Is talk about Andhra and Telangana? Good progress, very good progress. I think that will be one of the first ones. They will share. He'll get it. That will probably be one of the first ones to be inaugurated.
When will be, sir?
Soon.
Sir, I could not get a chance. The tenders were